Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hyperspace Cube Channel. And today I want to go over the top five Shadows of the Galaxy Aggression Cube cards. Very excited that we are basically about a couple days away from pre-release and release date. So here we go. This is for the cube. Starting at number five, I'm going to have Crate Dragon. Very powerful card. I put it at number five due to the fact that it is a 9 drop, so this will be seen very much late in the game, but really has an impact. I mean, just to remove this card, you're going to have to take some damage to a unit or to your base. Very much like a closer against maybe even a control matchup. That's pretty much game over. But against aggro, might not even be able to play it in time. But very powerful card. And the stats are really good too. So this is where I see this card kind of fitting into control deck. So we'll see what comes out of it. Number four, I have Wild Rancor, and I actually put this as a tie with Bo-Katan because of its double red aspect cards. Not to say that it won't see play in a cube draft, though it is a little bit harder to play on curve if you're not playing double red. But let's just look at Wild Rancor. 6/8, great stats for 6. And then when played, deal 2 damage to each other ground unit. So very powerful card that could definitely wipe the board and swing things back to your advantage. But of course, the double red is where I'm kind of putting the hindrance on it. If it was 6 cost with 1 red aggression aspect, that would be too powerful. Bo-Katan, 2 for 3/3, great stats for an aggressive creature. When defeated, for each player with 15 or more damage on their base, draw a card. This could draw you at least 1 card if you're in an aggressive deck or if you're in a very tight matchup, 2 cards. But being also a Mandalorian for 3/3 gives you a lot more room to play with. But I think these cards are very powerful, so I have it at number 4. On 3, I have Migs Mayfield. I think this card's only going to get better as more sets come in the future, so this has a lot of potential. When a player discards a card from their hand, you may deal 2 damage to a unit or base. Use this ability only once each round. Of course, this combos really well in a Kylo Ren deck, but there are other cards that I imagine in the future will have a lot more discarding effect. But a 2/2 for 2 that you need to answer because if your deck has discard, it's actually pretty good. Not to mention it is an underworld. But I think this has potential to be better in the future, so that's kind of where I'm predicting that this being number 3 would be pretty powerful. Uh, why it will be because of this one card here too. I think this is also a great strategy. Choose a player, they discard 2 cards from their hand. Pillage is amazing. I think it's going to see a lot of play either in the main deck, in Premier, like a Ray aggression deck, but having like a little like mid-range aggressive strategy by going wide on the board and also stripping a player's hand will give them a lot of trouble. So Pillage, I think, is number 2. Number 1, I have Daring Raid, a 1 cost event, deal 2 damage to a unit or base. I think this card has a lot of use for it. It could answer a very early, 3/2 ship or unit. It could kill you. It has a lot of utility for 1 cost. It reminds me of a card called Shock in Magic the Gathering. So this is kind of where I see it as like a very good combat trick card. And I think this is one that you would love to have in a draft in your deck because it has a lot of versatility. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in the top 5 cards. Let me know what you think and maybe what you think is the top 5 in your list for next time.